Alright. What's up, YouTube? My name is Mason.
I'm Kat.
And this is Levi. He's eating a bottle right now. So, we are starting a YouTube channel. And yeah.
For funsies.
Yeah, just to mess around on it. Give us something to do. But to start, we are going to do like a get to know us Q&A type of deal. What are you laughing at?
His face when you said something, he just went.
Nah, he's mowing down on the bottle. Yeah, so let's jump on into it. Alright, first question. What's so funny?
I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah, and you said I stalled. Oh,
my eyes are watering.
Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, maybe that wasn't very funny. Alright, anyways, first question. How did you guys meet? How did we meet?
7th, going into my 8th grade year, and you were a freshman.
Going into freshman year. And
so that's summer between.
Yeah, we met like the last week of my 8th grade and her 7th grade. And then
We talked all through summer.
Yeah.
We hung out all through summer. And then the first day of school,
I asked her to be my girlfriend.
September 2nd.
Like 2014. But let me tell you, it hasn't been sunshine and rainbow.
We sat on the side of my grandma's house, and you were like, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
Yeah. And
I said no. Just kidding.
Really? Really? You said no.
And I said yeah.
Yeah, she said yes. But yeah, I met her through a friend, and she did a little bit of homie hopping back in the day.
No, I didn't. You can't put that in there. I'm gonna tell Nick to bleep that out. Nick, bleep that out. Okay, next question.
Alright. Who said I love you first? Me, definitely. Kat was so shy. She would not be saying nothing like that unless I said it first. And then it has to put her in an awkward situation, and then she'll say it back. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I know.
No. I had him say it first because I was too scared to say it, and then once he said it, maybe like 10 minutes later, I said it back.
How rude. No, it was like, looked at me all weird, and then she was like, I love you. And I was like, I know you do. Alright. Little guy right here. In a bottle, you can't really see him. But how did you guys find out Kat was pregnant?
Well, it was April of 2020. I was just moving in with him, and we had already had a feeling I was pregnant and had a feeling that, okay, one of these tests is going to be positive. But I took 2 tests in the time span that you're supposed to check, and they both said negative. And then one night his mom came in and she was reminiscing on all of her kids and how like his sisters and him were all babies and how big and small they were. And then later that night I had one more test and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just take it, but it's gonna be negative. And then I took it and it said positive, and then I ran in the room and then I was like, babe, does that say 2 lines? And then, yeah, sure enough, I was pregnant.
And then Levi got here 9 months later. 8 months. 7 months? I don't know. She was 8 weeks pregnant when we first found out.
I gave birth to him at 39 weeks. Just say that.
Okay, sure. How did the pregnancy go?
It sucked.
It sucked a lot.
I am not a fan of pregnancy. I loved feeling him in my belly. I loved his little hiccups and like small little things here and there, but yeah, no, being pregnant was not for me. For one, I'm 5'1" and 100 pounds, so that didn't help.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. That's what happened when you have baby.
Yeah, but afterwards it's great. You're like, I did that.
She liked the belly and the kicking, but all of the stuff that comes along with pregnancy, yeah, not so much. Not so much. All right. Who came up with the baby's name?
I did.
Yeah.
I said it 1 week, and he was like, "No, that's the name of the pants." And I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." So I said it a week later, and he loved it, and I was like, "Great, perfect."
Yeah, I did not like the name.
No.
And then she brought it up again, and I was like, "Yeah, I like it." And she goes, "That's the same name I said last week, and you told me no." I'm like, "Well, stuff changes within a week, so yeah, I like that name."
Yeah, apparently so. His middle name's his middle name, and last name's his last name, obviously. But first name, me.
Yeah, she chose that. Actually, she chose all of it. I kind of had a say in the middle name, but that was about it. She chose the first name. How did the labor go?
It was fast. It was very fast. Total time I was in there from start to finish, 9 hours total. I got to the hospital at 2 centimeters within an hour. I was basically
6.
No, within an hour I was 7. And then I got the epidural at 7.5. And then within another hour started pushing, and
Boom, baby came out.
easy. Literally within like 3 sets of 3 pushes, he was out.
No, you were all drugged up. It was a little bit longer than that.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
She was pushing for like at least an hour, hour and a half, and then the whole time you could see his hair, because this kid came out with the full head of hair. And so you could see the crown of his head the whole time. And she told me not to look, but
He got stuck under like your bone or something, your pelvic bone. So he got stuck under my pelvic bone. So, you know, he came out with a little bit of a weird head, but it's normal now. So
yeah, he's got a normal head again.
that's all that matters.
How was the transition into becoming a parent? For me, it was easy. I grew up with nieces and nephews, so I'm used to babies and baby crying and baby pooping. The one thing I would say I wasn't used to was when the baby's crying, you can't just give him to the other parent, because that's my baby, and people give him to me when he cries now, so I'm on the other side of the fence on this one.
Yeah. For me, it was, I knew what to expect, but there's some things that you just don't know when you have a little one. Like, no one told me that newborns like squirm and cry and like these weird things when they sleep, but they're like dead asleep. They just make weird noises. So I woke up one night freaking out.
It sounds like he's choking.
Yeah, and he's literally just going like, moving his mouth and his lips, but it just sounds weird. And then like, you know, the sleepless nights, but those get better slightly over time.
I'm a heavy sleeper, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
I get kicked and punched maybe every once in a while, but I still don't wake up and I feel bad, but it is what it is on that one.
Yeah, he's made it pretty simple. He's not too much of a hard baby.
He just wants to get his diaper changed and drink some milk, so
Bed.
that's about it. Let's see. How has your perspective changed on life before and after having Levi?
Mine's definitely maturing aspect of it. Like, just some things you're like, oh my gosh, why would some people do that? And then you're like, well, I was young and stupid one time too. Like, and then now it's just like you have a little one and you look at the world as like a...
Well, we still are young and stupid.
Yeah, but you look at the world like you want to keep him safe, and like you don't want to... You double guess everything before you do it, I guess you can say. It's not so much of like a... Let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah, you definitely stop thinking about yourself and putting yourself first, because you have a little one that's dependent on you with literally everything, to eat, to sleep, to literally live their life. And so things change, definitely. You make, what would that word be called? You compensate, and that's huge, especially with having a little one. What's that, dude? What's that? Just finished his bottle. Not really, he's got a little bit left. You can't really see it. There you go. Alright, do you guys plan to have any more kids? I say yes, and she also says yes. However, our time frames are a little bit off.
Yes, I want more. Am I scared to have more? Yes, because this pregnancy was very difficult, but I do want him to have a sibling. The time frame, like he said, is definitely off from both of us.
I say like 2, maybe 3 years, just because then they're close in age, and then they graduate high school and they move on, and right around the same time. And then after that, you're like, I could say free, because my mom had myself and my sister 10 years apart. She's 10 years older than me, so she's like 30 years old this March. And so my mom was having her eldest graduate, and then had 2 more little ones that were me 10 years younger, and then my little sister is, what would it be, 12 or 13 years younger. So she kind of didn't get to do what she wanted because her oldest graduated, and then she was still raising 2 other ones. So I want to avoid that. But this one thinks a 5-year, 6-year span means
I'm thinking like 4 to 5.
a built-in babysitter.
Not so much that, but you have the other one to kind of
Help.
I don't want to say influence the other one, but definitely help you out with like small little things. Not like, oh my gosh, I need you to take out the trash to a 5-year-old. Like, come on now. But like, just small things. Like, I don't know, maybe help the baby learn how to put the food in his mouth, or help the baby, like, show him how to do this, show him how to do that. Like, small little maturing task things. But like, then again, I don't mind a 3-year age gap. It's just the process of getting pregnant again. That is the scary part.
Yeah.
But
It's
gotta
life.
do what you gotta do.
Yep. Okay, last question. What are your guys' goals in life together?
What are our goals?
Big ones?
Big ones?
Big ones.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to be able to grow old together and live a successful life and do the things we want to do. Whether that be, you know, being there for our kids' soccer practices. I don't like soccer, but I know she's going to put him in soccer. But, you know, your baseball practices, if he wants to join football, like those type of things. And then obviously vacations and deserts, and being able to do that when you want to do it per se. That's really a big goal, is to just not have to work your regular 9 to 5 until you're 40, 50, 60 years old.
And be struggling the whole time.
Yeah, that's one thing we do want to avoid. And honestly, we're doing well with it right now. But obviously as the years go by, hopefully it'll get easier and we'll be okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Alright, well, that is it. Tried to keep it short and sweet, and hopefully we didn't embarrass ourselves too much. But see you guys on the next one. Thank you.
Bye.